What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC, and today we're checking out the Gondek EDC Hank of the Month Club Hanks for November 2025. Can't believe we're already in November. Before we dive into this month's Hanks, but for those that aren't familiar with the Hank of the Month Club, Gondek EDC offers it in two sizes. Our standard, which is on the left, is $10 a month plus shipping. That one is 7 inches by 7 inches, or you can opt for the XL, which is on the right. $20 a month plus shipping for that. That one's 11 inches by 11 inches. You can of course subscribe to both or neither, whatever combination you want there. Both are going to be microfiber backed with a unique design on the front that never repeats, doesn't get sold in their shop. The two designs often complement each other but are never identical. Check out my Gondek EDC playlist if you're curious about previous month's designs, and if you're thinking about subscribing to this one yourself, I'll leave a link to where you can find the Hank of the Month Club down in the description of this video. That being said, let's dive into November of 2025, starting with our standard. So we'll go ahead and turn that around for the first time here. So the standard Hank of the Month this month, you can see the theme is kind of sweets. And although I think most, if not all of these are still available today, the commonality between them, what ties this all together, is that they were really at the height of their popularity in the late 80s and early 90s. And I grew up during that time period, so all of these are super recognizable. There's things like the Ouch bubblegum that I haven't thought of in forever, forgot they even existed. And things like these little wax juice bottles over here where you can bite the tip off and drink the juice out of them that I didn't know the name of. But every single one of these is super recognizable to me. Obviously Pepsi's a worldwide brand that's very well known, but has that kind of vintage look to the can. You got all the different pops that are still popular to this day, like the bottle pop, push pop, and ring pop. And then you have the bubble jug. We obviously talked about the Ouch bubblegum. The High C juice box, that one's definitely a classic. I could have seen Capri Suns on here or even Squeeze-Its. Those are really popular. Same thing with like Fun Dip. One other thing that you'll notice that's not on here is chocolate, which is pretty cool for me because I'm not into chocolate. I'm really into like these sweet and sour candies a lot more. So definitely resonate a little bit more for me, especially the Fruit Gusher Sour over here. And that's one of my guilty pleasure snacks. I still buy that to this day. I always have some in the cupboard. Same with Strawberry Yoo-Hoos. For whatever reason, I'll buy an 8-pack every week and have them in the fridge just ready to go. And so some of my guilty pleasure snacks, I'm curious what your guilty pleasure snacks are, if you have any from your childhood that you still go to. Let me know down in the comments. Maybe I'll pin a comment where we can put them all in one place. But for me, this one strikes all of those nostalgia vibes, and obviously love the imagery as well. It definitely has that retro feel nailed down. And it's no secret, I love these kind of nostalgic prints, not just with Gondek, but really anything. Log and Jotters, I just got that Smokey Bear watch. I'm into the nostalgia. It's a kind of cheat code to get me to like something, and so definitely digging this one. Now we're gonna take a look at the letter. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments as well as your guilty pleasure snack, but I'm not gonna show the letter this time because I'm gonna skip around a little bit to avoid spoiling our XL. So, dear Hank of the Month Club member, happy November guys. Fall's in the air and it's our favorite time of year. We've been reflecting a lot lately on our business, our family and friends, and just life in general, which led to reminiscing on the past, and November's theme was born. Nostalgic November. It's no secret that trends tend to repeat themselves eventually, and this year is all about a retro revival, it seems, so we wanted the Hanks to play off that for this month. And I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead, so if you're following on your own letter, that's why I'm going out of order. So for the standard size, we're channeling all the amazing retro snacks and candy in a bright, sketchy style print. As a kid, I remember loving all of these things shown in the print, and the Ouch bubblegum and Gushers being my personal favorites. The bright colors scream 80s and 90s, and I can't help but smile when I look at it and crave candy. It's really hard to look at either print without some fun memory from my childhood coming to mind. Let's face it, adulting is hard, so if I can feel a little bit of my inner child when carrying these, I'm all for it. Now I'm going to skip the end too. We'll read that after we reveal the XL, so let's go ahead and do that for the first time here as well. And so you can see this one plays into the same themes, but a little bit different vibe to it. The colors are a little bit different, and this one is kind of centered more around toys. We still have the ring pop, but you have the lava lamp, the Rubik's Cube, of course, the Game Boy and the cassettes, and then those geometric shapes. In the letter they mentioned kind of reminding them of a retro roller skating rink. To me, the first thing my mind went to was like a retro arcade, although those seem to have the darker background with the brighter colors that kind of light up under neon lights, so maybe roller rink is a little bit more appropriate, but either way, it definitely strikes those kind of 90s vibes with the coloration of this one. So really great looking Hank as well. Love both of them. If I had to choose, I'd probably gravitate towards that standard size just because I resonate a little bit more with those items, but both of these designs are absolutely great. Would love to hear your favorites, but let's get back into the letter. So I'm going to jump in midway through the second paragraph here where it talks about the XL. So for the XL size, Hank, we love the large, bold scales of this print with a subtle nod to the 90s with elements such as lava lamps, cassette tapes, ring pops, and the infamous geometric shapes and patterns from the 80s and 90s. Get a retro roller skating rink vibe, and I'm digging it. And then I'm going to jump forward to the outro, which I didn't read earlier. So what do you guys think? Tag us on socials and let us know. We hope you all have a wonderful month and enjoy carrying this month's prints. To this month and all the months to come, happy hanking. Thanks, Max and Lauren Gondek. So another great month for me. Like I said, I really love these. Anytime you can strike that nostalgia chord for me is going to be a win. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Which of the two is your favorite? As usual, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, checking out my other content. All helps the channel out a ton, and I hope you have a great one. Take care.